also want to address, and you took the words out of my mouth. I didn't know anybody was going to say, Master J.
Master J.
I'm a veteran. And veterans are supposed to defend foreign and domestic.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You're now tuned into T.
And
And it's your girl, Jazzy J. And
Mike Deezer.
we in the building, y'all. Big shout out to everybody that comes in and supports the channel. So, family, this was initially supposed to be a live stream, but we went ahead and made a video. It just came to light that the DOJ has been doing an investigation on LMPD in Louisville, and they have come up with some findings that we all already knew were what it was. And the reason why we came with this video, because now is the perfect time for us to be writing the governor for pardon for our brother GMJ. It's all fruit from a poisonous tree, and I know you guys know that. So had the LMPD had not been doing what they were doing when it comes to corruption, then our brother Grandmaster Jay would have never been there. The things that happened with Breonna Taylor would have never have happened. And it's all fruit from a poisonous tree, y'all. So definitely now is the time while all eyes are on the LMPD is when we need to go ahead and be writing our governor and saying we demand that they release Grandmaster Jay.
Because of that. So when we talk about constitutional rights, when the Louisville protesters, when their constitutional rights were violated, so were the constitutional rights of John Fitzgerald Johnson.
That's right.
He is currently incarcerated in the Ashland, Kentucky prison. And we are hoping that the governor and the president of the United States, starting with the governor, will grant clemency.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
That's right.
He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't kill anybody.
That's right.
He's a good, solid human being. We're praying for him every day. And I hope that you will take these quotes that I'm giving you seriously, because he has been almost permanently erased.
Right. Yes.
Because of who he is.
Master J was standing in the gap
That's right.
for Breonna Taylor.
That's right.
And I take offense
Came here for that.
that he had to go to jail for being a guest in our city.
Yeah.
It's an embarrassment.
It's an embarrassment.
Yes, sir.
I'm a military person. It's an embarrassment to that man.
Yes, sir.
So I made an oath that I had to be here for my soldier, for that brother.
Yes.
He should never have been there. Let's talk about the reason why. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say here. Cameron, he didn't man up. Why do we need to have a person outside when you're supposed to be elected? And I'm a conservative, so I'm calling him out. And he want to run for governor? Really? How dare you insult us anymore? You didn't do your job, and we had to get other people to come from outside when you was elected. You was elected to do right, and you failed. And then the mayor that recently just left said, "Hey, you can't get it past me. The paperwork was wrong. Who did it come down? It came down for people that were higher up. We military people know that. Those young soldiers that did what they did, they took those instructions from people that was above them. Well, we're going to speak the truth here today.
All right.
So I'm very happy that we got the justice that but we're not done yet. We got much more, and I'm excited to say that prayer works.
Yes.
There's a tremendous amount of other things that's happening in this city. We got corporations that is not doing the right thing. You got corporations that are willing to sell out, to hide behind lawyers. There's a lot going on. So I want to thank Charles Elliott. I just want to close out with this. Dr. Charles Elliott, I've always wanted to say that, man, if I wish I could have walked with Martin Luther King, I wish I could have walked with Martin Luther King. But let me tell you something. Charles Elliott is my guy. Walking with him is walking with Dr. King. And I'm glad that he's the leader, and I had to stand here with
Police
him.
wasn't supposed to be at Breonna Taylor's house. We wouldn't have been in the streets if it wasn't for that.
Yes.
Grandmaster Jay wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for the lives
That's
that was on
right.
that.
That's right.
Amen. That's right.
That's what he came
Thank
for.
you.
That's what he came for.
Thank you.
And I thank God because I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't still be here if it wasn't for God.
Shortly after we opened the investigation, an LMPD leader told the department Breonna Taylor was a symptom of problems that we have had for years. The Justice Department's findings in the report that we are releasing today bear that out. The department has concluded that there is reasonable cause to believe that Louisville Metro and LMPD engaged in a pattern or practice of conduct that violates the First and Fourth Amendments of the Constitution. There is also reasonable cause to believe that they engage in conduct that violates Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Safe Streets Act, and the Americans with Disabilities Act. Specifically, the report finds that LMPD uses excessive force, including unjustified neck restraints and the unreasonable use of police dogs and tasers, conducts searches based on invalid warrants, unlawfully executes warrants without knocking and announcing, unlawfully stops, searches, detains, and arrests people, unlawfully discriminates against black people in enforcement activities, violates the rights of people engaged in protected speech critical of policing, and, along with Louisville Metro, discriminates against people with behavioral health disabilities.
Yeah, this is all fruit from a poison tree. They come down to these police officers making this false account for the judge to sign off on a false warrant, to them kicking in the door. Breonna Taylor will still be alive. She's not a symptom. She's somebody that the police killed. That's who she is. And she's way more than that. She was a sister, she was a friend, a whole bunch of people, she was a daughter. So for them to just say that it's a system of the police department, it's really not. She's not a symptom. She's a human being that was killed by the police department. That's who she was. But she will be remembered for way more than that.
Exactly, family. So we just wanted to break that down. Now's the perfect time for you to be filling out those letters to the governor. Because like everybody said, Kathleen Parks and the other two gentlemen that were speaking as well on behalf of Grandmaster Jay, like they said, Grandmaster Jay wouldn't even have been here had he not had to stand in the gap for our sister Breonna Taylor and our people because of what the LMPD have done. They are the reason that all of this has happened and all of this has taken place. And he needs to be freed and they need to be held accountable. So you've heard it here, family. Thank you so much for tuning into Tea.
Yeah.
Tea. And we out, y'all. Peace.
Much love, family.